Okay, students, today again we are doing the rest part of the story packing. Let us see what happened next. When Jaram packed the bag, Harris pointed out that Jaram had forgotten to pack the boots. So he had to open the bag again. If we miss something, naturally we have to unpack all the things again. So he had to open the bag again and pack his boots in, and just he was going to close it when he put the boot inside and he was about to close the bag, he doubted if he had packed his toothbrush. Now again he was confused whether the toothbrush is packed or not. Whenever he would be about to travel, he would get nightmares of forgetting to pack his toothbrush. So then he would wake up and go on to hunt for it. He thought perhaps his toothbrush is not packed, so again he woke up and he just opened the bag again, and then he would wake up and go on to hunt for it. Then in the morning he would pack it before he used, and then he had to unpack the things again. Means when we are packing, at least we should brush our teeth before packing the brush, but he packed the brush first and then he remembered that I have to brush also. So and then again he would unpack the things and brush will come out, and then he would use it and then pack again. So that sort of mess was created. Then he had to rush upstairs to fetch it. He always ends up carrying the toothbrush wrapped up in his pocket handkerchief. So especially the writer wanted to tell us that always it was his habit that he forgot the brush, and in the end ultimately he had to pack the brush separately and he carry in his pocket, wrapping in handkerchief. So as usual, Jerome had to search the whole bag. He found George and Harris toothbrushes 18 times over. George and Harris toothbrushes he got very easily, but he couldn't find his own toothbrush. And at last he found it inside a boot. Inside the shoes he found that the brush was there, as you can see in the picture, and he had to repack once more. Once more he had to pack the things. After he was done, George asked him if the soap was in, but Jerem was so exhausted that he just didn't seem to care. Now the other person, George, asked him if the soap is there or not, but Jerem didn't feel like caring for whatever he is saying. He let it go. But after he strapped the bag again, he noticed that he had packed his specs inside, and he had to open the bag again. So again he had to unpack because specs is inside the bag. So finally, he finished packing at 10:05 p.m. and now George and Harris decided to pack the food hampers. So finally, Jerem's packing was over at 10:05, and now it was the turn for George and Harris. They have to pack the food hampers, food packets. So George and Harris started by showing that they were better than Jerem at packing, and Jerem was excited to see how they would proceed. As he anticipated, they started with breaking a cup. So when it was the turn for these two friends, they started packing and they broke the cup. Then Harris accidentally squashed a tomato. As you can see, the tomato is squashed, and by how he squashed, then Harris accidentally squashed the tomato by placing strawberry jam on top of it, and then he had to pick out the tomato with a teaspoon. Moreover, George stepped on the butter. On the butter, the step of George came, and now it was Jerem's turn to sit back, watch them, which irritated them. Now George was sitting and watching them what they are doing, and now they were getting irritated. They stepped on things, put things behind them, and then they were unable to find them. Then they needed them, so they put the pie at the bottom and put heavy things on top of it, which ended up, you know, ruining the pies. Everything, every eatable thing was all damaged, and the way they were packing, because heavy things they were putting on the lighter things. They poured salt all over the place and did wonders with the butter. Now it was the turn for the butter. What sort of wonder they created, that we shall see in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day. And I want you to read the chapter yourself also, as I have tried my best to show you the pics also, so that the things should easily be understood by you.